I am an orthopedic surgeon. I specifically did fellowship training in hip and knee replacement. So most of what I do on a day-to-day basis is replacing hips and knees. I think I always had a mind for missions in the sense that I did my first medical missions when I was in residency. So I was very fortunate to be a part of a group that did some joint replacements up in a mountainous region of Nicaragua. And so I think for several years I really just prayed, Lord, can you help me find a place where I might be able to give and to serve and to do orthopedic surgery, to do joint replacements. And we had a fellow who I was training at the time who got me connected with two surgeons who had a mission hospital that they were working at in the Dominican Republic. The opportunity to go to this hospital and do joint replacement surgery and to preach the gospel and to tell people of the love of Christ really attracted me to this opportunity. Their country has very limited resources in terms of the ability to replace hips and knees. There's a wonderful surgeon. He does some of the joint replacements himself. If the patients are too poor, they have no insurance, they have no ability to pay, or their case is too complicated, then he saves that case up for us. We're really in a unique situation where the poorest of the poor and the hardest of the hard from that country are what we're able to take care of when we go down to the Dominican Republic. We have an opportunity for each of the patients and each of the families to share with them that we're all sinners. There's a God that loves us. There's a pathway that He has provided for us, and that's His Son, Jesus Christ, and that each of us can come to know Him. And we're able to do that in Spanish and follow up with them by providing them the Gospel of John in Spanish. The ability to help people who otherwise would not have the ability to receive care and to see on each trip people come to know the Lord allows me to be a little more open with my faith at work. One of the really unique opportunities of this mission in the Dominican Republic has provided me the opportunity to bring my family down to the medical mission. I think that having them be able to come down and not only help out with Vacation Bible School down there, I think that they really have an understanding of what it is to go and to give and to live it out loud and to serve. But that was a really special time for us to be able to go as a family, to serve as a family, and to come back strengthened as a family. So one of the neat things about coming back from the mission field, and I don't know whether it's attributable to what we do down on the mission field or not, but I really enjoyed seeing my children plug in at church. My daughter Cassidy is involved with the production team doing dancing and singing and skit work. My oldest son is now really enjoying teaching toddlers in the Sunday school ministry. I just think it's really exciting watching my own family grow up in the church and look for avenues to serve.
Seeing my dad go on the mission trip and being able to help people with spiritual and physical needs, it makes me want to be able to do the same thing that he's been able to do. So you want to be able to help others and get more involved at the church and do anything you can.
Serving others and strengthened my faith because I saw that how God was working through my life, so I could really make an impact on younger kids and even older people. I am more excited now just to make a difference in others' lives and not just being selfish and worrying about me.
I think it's important to live out your faith and not just tell your kids about your faith. It's important that you're serving as a family, just constantly looking ways to bless others where they get outside of themselves and not inwardly focused, but I think my kids find a lot of joy in just making other people happy, and I think that's important to instill in them on a daily basis.
I treat people how God would try to treat other people and how Jesus would try to treat people. And I think what Jesus has done for us, and He's forgiven us, so I forgive other people.
One of the things I think that attracted our family to our church is that there is a focus on missions. And I think that what it does is it allows us to have our hearts set in a way that says, hey, this is important to the church. This was Christ's mission here on earth. When He left us with the instructions to go into all the world and to preach the gospel. And so I think the fact that the church has it at the front of its mind keeps it in the front of my mind as well.